You are listening to the Primetime Podcast with your hosts, Bryant Chisel and Jake Jorgensen. Welcome into the show, everybody. I'm going to guess the audience is going to get smaller and smaller as we progress through the playoffs, but I'm here with Jake on this festive week and the special guest of the week, Preston. Is this 2 weeks in a row? Are you back again? Must be
Now
nice.
the audience is really dropping off. I'm joking.
Crazy.
What's up, Preston?
Oh, that's crazy word.
Crazy.
I had to do that one. I had to do that back to back. But hey, if you keep winning, you're gonna have to be on the pod. That's just how it works.
That's true. Well,
fair.
this time of year, that is correct. Now, you guys don't know this. I did talk to Nick B, who I wanted to get on this show as well. With the holidays, it gets a little tricky. He said he was potentially working a little late, but he might be able to swing by. So he may or may not end up dropping in sometime during this episode. I gave him an open invitation. So
Sweet.
hopefully he does, because, oh, man.
From the top rope, that would scare Preston. Like if I were in Preston's spot, and my opponent just randomly joins the call.
It's like, fuck you, Preston, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, we should have a pretty good show this evening for everybody. We have two playoff matchups to review, and let me tell you what, props to the league, because Jake, I know you stayed informed, but pretty much every other team had a really good week, even the teams outside the playoffs. I mean,
Stayed informed.
you could argue the fifth place game was a better game than any of the other playoff games. I'm just out here saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, let me share the screen for Preston. Here we go. I got you, buddy.
Thanks.
There we go. Now we're talking. All right. Now you can see. Yeah, so the playoff games were good. High scoring. Greg and I, balled out. We're not going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it. Jake, 88 points, classic. And yeah.
That's almost
Brandon, 157.
That's pretty. 88's pretty good for Jake.
That's a good point, actually.
88.
Context matters.
The sad part is I didn't know we were even going to mention the teams that weren't in the playoffs. So I was looking at my roster. I'm like, surely I didn't start a lineup. And then I looked and I just didn't touch my lineup. That was when I was trying. So it wasn't me starting a lineup.
Oh, God, everybody played.
Oh no.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Lucky for you, Jake, this
Didn't
won't
start
count
Jackson
against
Dart,
you.
though.
This won't count.
Yeah.
This won't count against you for the record book, so you're okay.
Love it.
Yeah, lucky bastard. Maybe I should count this one.
Only for Jake. Just counted against Jake.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, as we do. All right. I guess we can hop into the matchup here. The first matchup, Preston, you and Cade. Looks like a pretty solid matchup. I will be honest, I didn't pay as much attention to this league as I should have this week because I am dead. So I'm catching myself up here. Puka, Thursday.
Puka's really good.
Yeah.
Really good
Controversy.
football.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what he can say. Whatever he wants. If he
Oh, I
wants
forgot to take
make
minus
50
30.
points.
Yeah,
No,
you actually
we're not
lost this
doing that
person.
shit.
We might have to give him. I think we need to give him like the DK Metcalf treatment here. Something's got to go wrong with Puka. What happened?
We're gonna need a 2-game suspension for punching a fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
breaking news! We're changing the championship game on the rewind with Preston in here. Cade joins the call. Oh my God! Imagine that.
Yeah, Preston's not laughing as much as he should be, Jake.
No, he's not.
Correct.
He's looking at who's in the call. He's waiting to see someone drop in.
Bullshit.
Oh man. So CJ Stroud kind of stunk, which is tough because he played the Raiders, and if I remember correctly, he's been kind of playing all right lately. He had a good week against Arizona. Yeah. He should have been startable against the Raiders. I don't disagree with this play. But Josh Jacobs had a stinky game. He was banged up, didn't play a ton. I don't know.
Whenever he's hurt, he's always like hit and miss. So like we
Yeah.
talked about last week, like I was even weird to play
the
him
reason
because he
you're
was
here.
questionable, and then he went off. So I was like, well, I gotta play him.
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
obligated to. I mean, he did it against Denver previously.
Yeah.
So you just have to. He got the same number of touches. The touchdowns just didn't fall his way. The Packers struggled to get in the end zone in that game, and that was kind of our downfall. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely not onside kicks. We're pretty good at those.
We need to just abolish that. Like, instead of trying
I
to
agree.
abolish the tush push, the Packers need to fight for the abolishment of onside kicks because
I
they have
agree.
never went well.
The NFL should adopt the make it take your rule where they can just like have a team elect to get like a first or a 4th and 30, and they just get one chance.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be in on that, actually.
Yeah.
I'd rather have our defense out there than anybody on our hands team, so
Yeah, tough. On
but
the rest of your side, Zay Flowers had a good week, and JT was just okay. But he got the job
yeah.
done for you on Monday night. Was he the
Yeah, I
only guy
was
going? Yeah. Oh wow.
he was. So
Were you sweating?
what it came down to was I needed Zay Flowers and JT to combined outscore Derrick Henry, was basically what
Oh
it
yeah.
broke out to. And yeah, I was a little upset because it seemed like the Ravens basically fed Derrick Henry. He scored that touchdown and then did not play the rest of the fourth quarter, which is some absolute bullshit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, because he just like kind of didn't play the rest of the fourth quarter after he scored his touchdown. But
Yeah. I mean, Ravens are gonna Raven. They lost.
true, true.
Brees
The rest of my
Hall,
team
the flex.
honestly wasn't very good, except
Questionable.
for
Yeah, Puka carried your ass to this.
correct. And
Like
I'm
Zay,
okay with
Zay
that.
Flowers was solid, JT was okay, Goddard was fine, and everybody else was just kind of bad.
Correct.
Cade side of the ball a little different. Jalen Hurts was pretty solid. JSN, I believe, had 0 at half and ended with
Yep.
24 points. Thank you for that late touchdown in the Thursday night game. That's
Might have had the exact amount of points that Puka had in the second half too. Maybe a little less than Puka still, but it was
yeah,
that was a wild game.
yeah. Puka did not have much at halftime either. Because I was totally okay with where I was playing against Puka in a different league, and I think he had around 20 points in the fourth quarter, and I was totally fine with that. And then all of a sudden, he just went nuclear, and well,
Yeah, overtime, yeah, true.
yeah,
I would say in
yeah,
overtime helped a lot, but
yeah, 2 big touchdowns, yeah, dickhead. Oh man, Nico was pretty disappointing, but CJ Stroud bounces that out. That's a big win. If you're Cade, you're very happy with Nico getting 10 if it guarantees Stroud gets less than 15.
yeah.
And Derrick Henry was good. Kyron got a touchdown poached by Blake Corum again. At least one. Kelsey, dude.
Yeah.
That one, okay. I'm a
Yeah.
Kyron owner too, so I have to say
Yeah.
this, but there was a interception that got to the 1 yard line, and all the Kyron owners are like, "That is the best possible thing you could see."
Yep.
A pick that it's not a pick six, goes to the
Yep.
1 yard line, and then you see Corum go out there. It's quite a nightmare.
Jake,
To see that.
as someone who's also a Kyron owner, you have to just know what's going to happen.
You do, yeah.
Blake Corum
You know.
gets more opportunities, it seems like, on the goal line. And
Just
to be
hurts.
fair to the Rams, it
I
works.
mean,
So
they usually just throw those slants to Devontae Adams or
that's
the
also a
fades.
good
So,
point, actually. That is a fantastic point.
but
With no Devontae Adams, you're a little extra excited because he did not play that game. So
yeah,
is he going to be back next week, Manti? I don't know. We'll see.
he's questionable, so we'll see.
If he plays, he's in, I assume.
It's a Monday
Probably.
game, I believe, so that'll give him a little bit more
Oh,
time to
yeah, you're going to need a
pick up
Yeah,
backup.
Corum.
Who do they play? They play Atlanta.
I
You're
don't
going to have
remember.
to pick up like Mooney or something if he's out there. Or a Rams backup guy. I don't know. Mooney's probably my pick between that. Or like a freaking tight end or something, that you can flex. Yeah, that would be interesting. You're going to need a backup plan if you're going to go with Devontae. Let's
we'll
see.
see.
So Kelsey was in quarterback purgatory in that game, which is just tough.
Correct.
I mean, with Gardner against Tennessee, you're hoping for good things, but then when Gardner got knocked out with his torn ACL, this was Gardner. Just get tossed off a freaking cliff. Sorry, Gardner. I know you're listening to the show, so I apologize. Yeah, Saquon had a good week, and yeah, that's kind of all she wrote. Cade's team had a solid performance, but in the playoffs, a lot of times you just need more. The quality of your opponent, aka the quality of Puka Nacua, just exceeds
Correct.
exceeds all else. Dude, 53.5 points on a Thursday night. That's crazy. The
Yeah,
benches,
I mean,
Cade had Alec Pierce and Jared Goof. I don't know. Goff would have saved him, but I don't know if you're like, are you playing Goff over Jalen Hurts ever? Cade's been playing Hurts most of the year, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he has been.
Hurts has been pretty solid, other than a couple duds here and there. Goff also pretty solid. Yeah, you could convince me to play Goff. I don't know. That's probably a toss-up. I would have given that one a toss-up. I don't blame a guy for taking Jalen Hurts. I don't know. The rushing touchdown upside is pretty great, and Washington is a fantastic matchup. He didn't have a bad game, but that's tough though, seeing that Jared Goff would have won it.
Yeah. Also, can we actively talk about the fact that both of you were vying for me to get the Broncos defense? I did it. I started them, and the Rams defense did better. Like the fuck.
Well,
You're welcome for the 6 points though.
Yeah, I mean the Broncos
Yeah, you're
defense just
welcome,
decided
Preston.
not to play that game. Apparently, that
Yeah,
was crazy.
Can't say I saw that one coming.
the
Well,
Rams
Me neither.
defense,
that's fair enough.
4 3 and outs mattered a ton.
You'd probably take beating the defense playing against the Titans, though. At least I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you. I have a second TV in our living room, and I
Wow.
bring that
Flex.
out, and so I was literally I had Red Zone, and then I had like just that game on, so I could hope the Titans were gonna do something.
You
So.
had the Chiefs Titans game on
Correct.
the individual. Why do you hate yourself?
To actively root against the Chiefs.
I guess because of Kelsey and the Chiefs. Yeah, okay. I
Yeah.
guess, but dude, that was like the worst game of the week.
I mean, I had Red Zone on too. We're
Yeah,
fine.
that's fair. All right, fair enough. Oh man, Ramondre, you'll be able to start Ramondre next week, I think, because Travion Henderson, I think, is out,
I would say if he's out, I might.
and Ramondre is
honestly.
playing the Jets. Yeah, I'd be assuming that stays true. I'd be starting Ramondre up with confidence, potentially over Josh Jacobs if he's active. It's so hard to bench him. I don't know. That's a tough one because we're gonna be without Love, possibly.
Possibly even without Willis.
Possibly without Malik Willis. Yep. Yeah,
I'm gonna be at that game. Brady and Eric are too, and it's gonna be interesting to see. We don't know who's gonna start at quarterback for either team.
Correct. Yeah.
That's wild.
Is Lamar questionable or is he out?
I think he's just
I have
out.
no idea.
Is he out? Is he out?
I'm checking. I haven't been Dynasty. I'm checking.
I think he's gonna be out, but I don't think it was announced yet.
They haven't listed as out on Sleeper.
Oh really? Okay.
DNP'd today. Yahoo lists him as questionable.
I just really want to see Malik Willis be able to play if he can.
It was a walk.
It'd be a fun game to go to.
Yeah, that would be Snoop Huntley versus Malik Willis.
Yeah, to clinch a playoff spot. That would be awesome.
That's gross. Yeah.
Which we could still clinch if the Lions lose on Thursday.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might not have a chance to clinch it on Sunday for you, Jake, or Saturday.
I hope we get a chance to clinch it.
Me too. Although it would be nice to not have to worry about it, but also it'd be cool.
Yeah,
but if I'm going to the game and we already clinched, and man, it's Malik Willis. No, we're still alive to win the division. We would just need the Bears to lose the next two, which I do think is possible. Even if the Lions are out of the playoffs, I think they could still beat the Bears. That's just hating, straight up hating. But we saw what happened in week 2. They just killed the Bears. It's a different team. But they're not going to give up. Dan Campbell team's not going to give up in week 17.
I agree with that.
They took us out of the playoffs a couple of years ago, Rodgers' last game. So
yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is any NFC North team can win or lose to any team in the NFL, it seems. So
yeah,
let her go.
I agree with that.
Pain. Correct.
All right, this is a big matchup for you, Mantha. You move on to the championship game of the
playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs.
Jake, what are playoffs?
I don't know. No idea.
We know.
Huh. All right, this next matchup. So Preston, you had a great matchup going on. Pain. Yeah. No kidding.
The biggest thing to remember is we're
all right.
So this matchup was spectacular, and I didn't even know it until earlier today when I think Brandon texted you and I, Jake, and he's like, "Dude, Nick won by 1 point," and I was like,
"I didn't either."
Yeah, I went back and looked at this, and I was like, "Oh shit." I didn't realize that I was actually like low-key living this dream with Nick because we had a very similar scenario in different leagues where I also had Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle on a team. I ended up losing by 4. unfortunately. I needed a miracle. But Nick got his miracle because Josh Allen laid an egg. Joe Burrow absolutely cooked. DK Metcalf punched a fan, but still had a pretty not a good game, but it won't kill you. For DK Metcalf, if you've been following him this year, it's you're not too mad about that. George Pickens bounced back in a massive way. Ladd and Debo Bucky was bad. James Cook and Ashton Genty, dude, is an insane running back combination this week. Both those guys were bonkers. Ashton Genty had that big, long touchdown. Yeah, he was hauling. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, yeah. So Nick must have been down by a ton of points going into the Monday night game. Like, 60 points? And he had McCaffrey and Kittle. And you're going into that and you're like, shit.
Might not even watch the game at that point. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think I might not watch it if it's down 60.
In my situation, I did not start watching it. I poked my head in and I saw that Phillip Rivers and the Colts were up 7-0 early. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I left. And then I got a notification about Niners being in the red zone. I went back on later, and the Niners were up like 14-7 or something like that, right? They were either tied or winning at that point. And I'm like, oh, cool, it's a game. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle just decided to cook. And I don't know if did either of you catch the end of that game when the Niners scored their final touchdown on offense? That dude, that is so insane that won Nick his game because so this is what happens, right? The Niners are up, I think 10. It is 2nd and goal on like the 10-yard line, I want to say. And the Niners drop back to pass. There's like 8 or 9 minutes left in the game. And Kittle hurt his ankle at this point. He seems fine on the sideline, but they obviously weren't bringing him back in. And Purdy is having a legacy game. Has 4 touchdowns at the time. He slings it. And Tonjes is running a little out route, the backup tight end for if George is listening. Where's the button?
Boom. Roasted.
Nice. All right. So Tonjes is running a little out route, and he catches the ball, and they call him out of bounds. And watching it live, he looked out of bounds. But when they showed the replay, it was pretty darn close. In my opinion, it looked like it was probably a touchdown. He dragged his toes. It was close. They didn't show too many angles at it because...
Then they gave us 2 angles.
Yeah, they gave you 2 angles, and from those angles, you're like, wow, that looks like it could have been a touchdown. But it was one of those where it was close enough you would have had to like freeze frame it and get a good side view from like the pylon or something. But we didn't get that because the Niners decided they only had 1 timeout at that point because they had to burn one earlier because their headset wasn't working or something like that. And so they had 1 timeout. And I don't know if they either didn't think they were going to win the challenge or were afraid and didn't want to lose their last timeout, but they decided they were just going to call play instead and not challenge it. And the announcers were kind of confused by that. But then Purdy dropped back to pass and threw a touchdown to Christian McCaffrey for 9 yards. And I was like, oh my God, let's fucking go. And I was super hyped up because that put me down 4. There was still like 7 minutes left. The Niners were certainly going to get the ball back with time that they were at least going to have to kill clock, right? So I figured McCaffrey will get 3-4 more touches if I'm lucky. Well, turns out that won Nick his game. Because holy man, dude. 1 point. Yeah, and then Phillip Rivers threw a pick 6, so the Niners scored another touchdown, and they didn't get the ball back until there was like 2 minutes left, and they just kneeled it out. So they didn't really get any more offense, so I lost. But Nick did not lose, and that is incredible for him. The end of that game was insane. Christian McCaffrey, dude. Oh my goodness. That play, if they would have challenged that, Nick would have lost. I think that would have been a touchdown. Incredible.
Yeah, it was really tough to tell with the right foot whether it was down or not. I think if we saw one more angle, it's very possible that was.
I agree.
How you guys put down.
Yeah.
I was in the opposite spot where I was going against McCaffrey, and I needed him to get less than 16 or 15 or something like that. So I'm glad that he just popped off, and it wasn't like it was loose by like 1 point.
Yeah.
That part helped me a little bit. shout out Nick not starting Ibuka, but at the same time, oh wait, his team is so good that he didn't even have to think about it apparently this week. Everybody
I
else that I
wouldn't have
see
thought
that has
about it.
Ibuka like would just start him because
You have
you,
to.
like you have to, but no, he didn't have to. And he probably had a couple other options before him too.
Yeah, he's
which
lucky
is wild.
he didn't
That's how
have
good
to.
Nick's team's been. Yeah,
I probably would have played him over Quentin Johnston, and that would have been a real bummer. If I was flexing it, I think I would have played Hampton, but I don't know if I would have had the stones to play Quentin Johnston because I think this was his first week back from injury. Yeah, and he hadn't really been playing
Baker
that great
this week, thinking that he was going to pop off against Carolina. It was a huge game, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah,
Bucks are
they've
bad.
been struggling. So this is an incredible. Like Nick must be on cloud 9 right now. This is insane. And Lemons, dude. So I did some recon work before this because I was curious, and we brought it up last week. But Lemons has never once finished on the podium.
I will say I thought about that this morning that he won, and that meant that he would finally make. I'm not even kidding. I thought that this morning.
And now he's fighting for third place again. I did dig it up because I was curious. Lemons has played in this. This will be the 4th time that he has played in the third place game, and he has never won it. The past 3 times he's played in it was 21, 22, and 23. He did it 3 times in a row and lost all 3 of them. He's like the Minnesota Vikings in the third place game is his Super Bowl, dude. It's crazy. So maybe he'll be able to break the curse. He's got a tough matchup with Cade. You know, all these matchups are tough for him. He's of the 4 teams left, Lemons is the obvious, what do they call it? Dark horse team.
Yeah.
Underdog.
Yeah, underdog for sure. Because, I mean, me, Lemons, and Greg were clearly not as good as the top 3 teams in this league in this league this year. You know, the GMs, there might be some different ranking and quality, but
I will say, I don't know if we mentioned it yet, but the Judkins injury.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, you look at that, and that was it. That wasn't the deciding factor, but that really was.
Yeah.
When you look at it now.
I mean, when you lose by this few points, you can point to a lot of things, but
that was definitely before
tough.
The fourth quarter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was early. Is that the lowest amount of points McBride has had all season too? Easily.
I don't want to say yes, but it might be. Yes, it is by 3.
It is.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck to have McBride only get that little.
The Dallas defense against the chart. I'm just looking at his line. I'm just trying to figure out easy ways.
The Dallas
for that
defense is, in my opinion, what killed him because there's no way you're
that
ever
was actually
starting
an
the Dallas
start.
defense.
That was actually an awful start.
Like, that was when I looked at this earlier. That was the thing where I was like, yeah, you kind of deserve it because who starts the freaking Cowboys defense, let alone against a team that's competent? Like, come on. It's not like the Chargers haven't been like all-world offense this year, right? They're no Detroit or Buffalo or whatever, New England, whatever. But I mean, come on, dude. They've had 2 games over 10 points all year, and it was against the freaking Cardinals and the Commanders. Like, dude, they had 2 against the Giants. They had 1.5 against Minnesota last week. Dude, J.J. McCarthy looked good last week. I guess I should say the week before. No. But, yeah, that was a big blunder because, holy man, you play pretty much any other defense, and you're probably winning this game.
Wait, how many points did he lose by? I can look right now to see how many defenses.
He lost by 1.04. He would have needed a defense to get at least 1 fantasy point.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys had negative.
Literally would have.
He needs 1 fantasy point out of a defense.
All that grief for me starting the Rams
16 defense out of the 18 that are available would have won.
The Saints were out there? What are we doing, man?
The only defenses that wouldn't have done it would have been if he started the Dolphins against the Bengals or the Colts against the 49ers. So any other defense would have done it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Painful.
Dude. Come on, man. The Saints were out there. That's like a no-brainer pickup. That's a good defense and with a great matchup.
I just thought about the fact that it was yesterday. I thought about the fact that it was Preston versus anyone but Preston in the championship.
To
Which
be
would have
honest
been
with you, I didn't
That would have been
realize the
poetic.
picture or that was his name until I
haven't
looked
even.
to see.
That's a good point. I should zoom in on that. I haven't seen it yet.
It's
I
it's
gotta
my
look.
wedding picture.
Lost
I
to
gotta watch
Michael.
this.
It says
Lost
lost,
to
to
Michael.
Michael
I
on
didn't even
there.
notice that.
Dude, that's
I didn't even
hilarious.
notice that.
Yeah, I couldn't see
Awesome.
that.
That is so funny.
Lemons has too much free
roasted.
time, bro.
Dude, that's a good Photoshop too. That must be AI.
It
It's
is.
gotta be.
Like Lemon has too much free time.
That's incredible. Lost, dude. That hurts so bad after losing this matchup.
Yeah.
Did Lemons beat you at all this year?
I don't think so. I don't actually remember.
Going
He
back
had
the
to.
archives.
Well,
I
he
don't
would
know
have
if
just changed his name in the last week, like when the playoffs started.
Yeah, you lost to him week 12.
Damn.
But his name was like
You beat him week 3 though, but
it had to do with Romadunze, like in week 14 or 15.
it was because
Yeah.
he beat you. Yeah,
So he would have just thrown that back out there. Like, I respect it.
that is awesome.
Nothing
Damn.
against it.
Lost him. Oh, dude, he's gonna have to change that to lost to Nick.
Yeah, he is.
Oh man, I
Okay.
just admitted it. He's picking against himself.
I'm not picking against myself. I'm just a little worried.
Yeah, Nick's team is
We're
good.
kind of in shambles over here.
Yeah, you both have teams. I mean, dude, you've Puka Nakua. Don't worry about it.
I know. Say whatever he wants. As
Nick
long
might
as he
not
gets
have
50
Josh
points, I don't really care. Fair.
That would be a big bummer for Nick.
Is this what you're going to do, the 100 fab again, Preston?
You're gonna spend a bunch. You
Quarter
know what
per
you have to do is
quarterback.
spend 10.
Already.
You drop your entire
already-
bench and you spend 10.
Maybe he'll
fab
pick
on
up
a bunch
Chuck
of
and start him
quarterbacks.
against you in the championship, Preston. That's scary.
How much fab does Nick have? Standings. 91 fab. Oh, he owns you, Preston. He owns you. He
That's
gets whatever
fine.
quarterback
He's
he
going to get
wants.
his quarterback.
He will. If
He's
he
gonna get
wants
his
to.
quarterback.
Unless I do something about it, Preston.
Oh,
I'm
and
just
I
kidding.
do.
That would be insane.
Alrighty, let's do top players of the week. So for the playoff players, Joe Burrow on Lemons' team dropped 37.96. Ashton Genty on Lemons' team dropped 38.8. He just beat out Christian McCaffrey, which I felt deserved it, but that's no lie. Puka on your team, Anti, obviously, 53.5.
Yep.
Incredible. George Kittle on Nick B's team, 27.5. A joint kicker performance, 10 points a pop. It was Dicker for Nick and McLaughlin for Cade. So, cool, I guess. And the Bills' defense led the pack on a relatively disappointing week for defenses, 8.5 for Nick. I guess that'll do it for that. We can browse the transactions, but I can't imagine there's too much going on. Looks like Cade made a couple moves, cut Vidal, picked up Estimate, picked up Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, I mean this is all on Saturday. Ricky Pearsall didn't end up playing, so yeah, there hasn't been much. Transactions haven't run yet for this week, so we'll see.
How'd Sam Darnold do in that dropped players over there?
Okay,
No,
Jake.
Dude, you picked up 60 fab to lose 7 fantasy points.
Oh man,
Damn.
You
Fair
picked
enough.
up Sam Darnold, or you
He's
cut Sam
such a
Darnold
hoe.
for 60 fab.
I was just
and
curious.
lost.
I honestly didn't know
That's
the answer,
rough.
Preston. I was
You
just
know,
curious,
I was expecting it to be more. In all honesty, they put up 38 fantasy points. I expected him to have a better fantasy performance. I guess he did throw 2 picks and got sacked a handful of times, but
Yeah, I mean, like,
He just got named
if
to the
you
Pro
look
Bowl over Love.
Ooh.
that's crazy. If you look at like his game in Week 11 versus the Rams, he had 4 fantasy points. So I just figured, CJ was playing the Raiders.
Yeah.
I figured.
I don't blame you for making that decision because I mean the Rams defense is good. I don't know if I would have made the same one, but I don't fault you for doing it because it wasn't unreasonable.
I wouldn't do it as a CJ Stroud owner just because I've seen CJ Stroud numbers. They scare me.
Well,
you know what I would have done,
Jake?
Manta, is I would have picked up Trevor Lawrence and played him instead. No, there's no way I would have done that. But also,
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
did, dude, Trevor Lawrence has been elite. Like
Yeah,
Nick,
he's been
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
Nick needs to pick up T-Law.
He does. He probably will.
That's the only guy out there that's worth it, man. Everybody else,
Preston, how are you going to do? Preston's thinking about how he's going to spread his fab around between his quarterbacks.
Preston's gonna be trying to make trades for
Oh
Fab.
man, if we could trade right now, I'd actually be able to send all my Fab for a nice player. Yeah, forget about it.
Nice.
This guy.
That would be quite the collusion.
It would be.
It would be.
All right. Matchup previews. Nick and Manthai, oh boy, let's go. Oh, there's actually.
I knew we could have
one
just
second,
simmed
one
the
second.
start of this league to Preston and Nick's teams. You hate to see it.
I forgot
Fair.
to press this button. I put it on the soundboard just for this.
Oh, you're so close.
That was for Lemons and Nick. All right. Cool. Now I'm happy. All right. Okay, so CJ Stroud's going to be out of the lineup, right? Oh. Well, he will be, but it'll be a waiver wire quarterback, and it probably won't be Trevor Lawrence. You better hope to God that Nick forgets to pick up Trevor Lawrence. Because if I was Nick, I'd be dropping,
And there he is. He's in the college listening.
I'd be dropping whatever fab I have remaining that you can't afford, right? So if you have 51 fab, I'd be dropping 52 fab on T-Law.
Jeez. We'll see. Hopefully he doesn't listen and
Yeah.
he just wants he's just hoping Josh Allen starts. It'll be okay.
Yeah, you should be picking up Parker Washington and starting him to offset the T-Law stack.
Oh my gosh. This guy.
George Pickens versus Puka. I think everybody here goes Puka. Ladin, Zay Flowers. With the matchup, I'll go Zay Flowers. But with no Lamar, yeah, I think I still lean Zay Flowers, but that's pretty close.
Huntley threw it to him a lot.
He did.
So.
And Green Bay's DBs are kind of bad.
Correct.
Kinda.
Are bad.
JT against Jacksonville, tough matchup. Bucky in Miami. You really think that Bucky would be a better play there? Is Tampa still in the playoff hunt technically, or are they dead?
Almost
I
dead.
don't know.
Almost
I think
dead?
they're almost
All right,
dead.
then they'll be trying. So I'll go Bucky there, which pains me, but I'll do it. And McCaffrey. And Kittle may or may not play this week. The Niners can technically still get the 1 seed if they win out.
They do get the 1 seed. They control their own destiny.
Yeah, if they
don't
win
have to worry
out.
about anybody losing.
Correct, because they'd be taking it from Seattle or something, and they play them in the last
Seattle,
game of the
yep.
season.
Yeah.
If Kittle plays, it's him over Goddard for sure. But Goddard's been playing great football, and Kittle, he has Jake Ferguson, who hasn't been very good lately. Yeah. He needs Kittle to play and actually be healthy. They called it an ankle sprain. Low to mid-grade, they called it. I don't think it's a high ankle sprain. So I don't know if he'll play or not, in all honesty. I have no idea. But Goddard's been pretty good, so you can play him with confidence. Even against Buffalo, I think, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
So.
Not much.
Javonte and Breece Hall. Javante's been disappointing, dude. This year, he's been awesome. But last week, made me so sad. Plays Washington, though. It's a good matchup. Breece Hall, you're probably going to bench. You're hoping Devontae Adams is back, and if not,
Ramondre question mark?
Justin Jefferson question mark?
All right, now,
Preston,
Ramondre, yes. Ramondre,
Preston,
yes.
I know you talked about the Denver Broncos defense not doing that great, but remember there is something we mentioned, and you'll see it in a second when it comes to defensive matchup. Just remember that.
Yeah, I mean they're playing Kansas City with their third string quarterback. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
So there you go. You're welcome.
They better get 30. I basically need Puka and the Broncos defense to outset about half of his guys, and then we might win. We'll
Broncos
see.
defense might have 20 points.
That's great. That'd be great.
Nice. I think you can play Ramondre with confidence, assuming Henderson's out. He might have been ruled out already. I haven't checked, but I don't think he's going to play. And if Devontae plays, Jake, if it were you, if Devontae's active, are you playing Ramondre in your running back spot and benching Jacobs?
Yeah, I mean,
or Devontae?
is Jacobs even going to play?
Assuming he's
He
active.
might not even play.
Assuming he's active. You'll know early because it's a Saturday game.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But aren't there some games like on Christmas?
Yeah, there are a couple Thursday games.
The Lions?
Lions, Vikings, Denver Chiefs, and Dallas, Washington. Yeah, there are 3.
Well,
God, those matchups.
I'll have to make my decision on Jefferson immediately.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do here. So Puka's in. Zay Flowers is probably in. You can flex Jefferson if you need to. You can play Ramondre with confidence.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, to me, Ramondre is a guaranteed start.
I think so.
Would you play him straight up over Jacobs, though? I don't know if I'd have the stones to do that.
Well, you don't have to decide Jacobs until Saturday and then Brees Hall. You'll just have to decide between those two, right? I think
Jacobs
I would.
is active, would you play Ramondre straight up over him?
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely, as much as I want Jefferson to be good,
Damn.
I can't trust him.
You're in a tough spot, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is tough.
You're just not going to want to lose with Jefferson, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, all your bench.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that would suck.
Because Jefferson plays Thursday, so if you throw him in, he'd be killing your flex.
Correct.
I don't know if you're gonna. Damn. So if everybody's healthy, for me, what I would want to do is probably Devontae and Jefferson. Fuck, dude. I have no idea.
Yeah, now you see my issue.
Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I agree with Jake. Ramondre for Jacobs and Jefferson plays on Thursday, so
That's the biggest issue. Is I've got to decide on Jefferson immediately.
Damn,
it's rough. It's a rough one.
That is really rough.
I almost just want to not play him just to see if Devontae plays.
I got nothing.
The issue is
Detroit's
Devontae
defense has sucked.
Detroit, yeah, they have.
But they're gonna probably start Brosmer. So
how did Jefferson do when Brosmer took over? Do you know? I have no idea. I
can't say I've watched the Vikings game in a while.
I mean, he played that Seattle game, and I mean that Seattle's defense is good, but he got 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah,
Jefferson
might be on my bench.
I don't think I can start Jefferson.
I think it's Ramondre for Brees, and you kind of hope Josh Jacobs is inactive, and then Ramondre moves into there, and Devontae goes into your flex, and you might just have to pick up a player that plays on Monday, in case Devontae doesn't play.
Facts.
That might be what I do. That's difficult.
Which is gross, but yeah.
That is disgusting. I agree. Jake, who do you got to win this one?
This is a really tough call, especially with Josh Allen. Not sure what's going to happen there, so it's tough to predict where the quarterbacks go after this. But
doesn't matter. Put Trevor Lawrence there.
And I think you have to give the nod to the. I think I'm going to go with Preston's team.
You were going to say to give the nod to the number 1 seed, and then you changed your mind.
No.
Yeah.
This is a tough call.
Yeah, I'm taking Nick here. Pause. Shout out Brandon. Manti, I assume you're stroking yourself to this one.
Not the way I was going to say it, but sure.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
It's going to be a tough matchup for sure.
All right, we're going to move on and touch over the third place game pretty quick because it is for money, I guess. We might as well talk about it for a little bit. Cade and Lemons. Oh. Lemons has not yet set his lineup, which is not too big of a deal. DK Metcalf and Judkins are for sure going to be out. Jake, I think Lemons might be starting Rashee Rice here.
Yeah, might have to.
And flexing
Harry?
Is Woody Marks
Pacheco?
going to be out again?
I think Pacheco had a solid game.
Did he? Against the Titans, though. I don't know if I trust him against the Broncos.
Yeah. with a
I don't
third
know.
string quarterback.
If Woody Marks is out, I'd want to play Nick Oh, he only had 5 last week? Never mind. I think you're right. I think it's Terry.
It
Yeah,
almost has to be. He doesn't really have a lot of
I agree.
options.
Terry plays, and Rashee Rice is in your flex. I guess
So,
Rashee.
Preston, which team would you rather see right now in the championship?
Oh, dude.
You just look.
Yeah, really,
Isn't
really,
that a
really,
bummer?
really wish I was playing Michael right now. Honestly,
Yeah, you should be pissed off because
yeah, I
Lemon's
would
team is
really
way worse. Look, Genty and
correct.
James Cook can both have 30 points. We saw that last week. And Trey McBride can too, and that might be all he needs. Thankfully for Lemons, Debo and Terry both played Dallas, and if there's ever a time you want to play 2 wide receivers from the same team, it's when they play against frickin' Dallas. So
True.
Joe Burrow against Arizona, you know what? His starting lineup's not going to be that bad. The problem is going to be the flex. I think he might be hitting the waiver wire for it if it were me. Rashee Rice, I wouldn't be excited to play. And I don't know, maybe you can cross your fingers with Darius Slayton, but I think I'd rather roll the dice with Rashee if he's active.
Yeah.
Cade's side of the ball looks fairly set. A lot of these guys are obviously able to have big games. They're big names. They're sometimes not doing. I was gonna say they're sometimes busting, but they bust occasionally.
Jeez.
On his bench, T. Higgins could maybe get tossed in there for somebody. I don't know who it would be. I mean, you can't really bench JSN
I
and Nico,
would
right?
personally, I would move Saquon into Kyron's spot and then bench Kyron for Higgins.
Yeah,
I think we
that's
talked.
not
I honestly, I
unreasonable.
think we talked about that when Cade was playing me
Yeah.
about doing that move, and I just think, yeah, I mean, Kyron gets his any red zone touches, especially if Devontae is back. Like any red zone touches, not going to him.
I
So
actually agree with that. Even if Devontae isn't back, I think T. Higgins and Kyron have similar floors, and T. Higgins' ceiling is probably higher. Plus, you're
yeah,
playing against Joe Burrow, and you might want to offset the monster game. Yeah, I
thanks.
agree. I think I would probably do that too. And the only other thing I would possibly want to do here is maybe, oh, dude, how much fab does Cade have?
Stop trying to get everybody to spend their fab, Shiz.
He might save no, Preston, he might save your life here. Oh no, he doesn't have enough. 50 fab. I was gonna say if I was Cade, I would be going after Trevor Lawrence too. But
Maybe
he
we
can't
just
outbid
we
Nick.
leave Trevor Lawrence out of this, okay? Let's
You're
just
not gonna get him,
leave
man.
him out of
If you get
this.
Trevor Lawrence, it's a miracle.
Dude, I should have spent. I literally was back and forth on which one I wanted. And I was like, "Oh, he's playing Denver. He won't be that good." And then, yeah, I should have done what I did in Dynasty and spent all 100 I had
Yeah,
on one
yeah.
quarterback and picked the right one.
Pain. Yeah,
Payne is right.
you can obviously play Jalen Hurts, and if Josh Allen isn't playing, then I'm probably a little more confident because you could. I don't know who the backup is in Buffalo, but I would think you could expect some
Is it still
turnovers there.
Trubisky?
That was my first thought, but
Oh man,
I
is
don't
it
know if it
really?
is.
Oh boy.
Is it?
I kind of hope it is.
I'll
That'd be
look it
really
up.
funny.
That's interesting. Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Where's
No,
Glennon? Where's Mike Glennon at? I'm just thinking of names. I'm thinking about quarterbacks. I don't think it's him.
Mike White. Is it Mike White? There's no way it's Mike
Maybe
White.
Mike White.
but-
oh boy, sleeper load, please. Josh Allen.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Is it
Is
really?
it Trubisky?
It is. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, nice.
I mean, at
Dang.
least he's like somewhat competent.
I'm gonna add in that waiver claim now. The
I
only
wouldn't-
quarterback I can
wouldn't wanna play.
afford.
I wouldn't want to play against Philly, man. You might be playing Tyler Shock.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Oh, that's a
If I
good
have to
one.
just bet on a Tyler Shuck legacy game against Tennessee, I could be in.
Yeah, I mean there are
He's
worse.
playing Tyler Chuck.
There are definitely
two
worse
leagues.
matchups.
The screen.
In 2 leagues for both money.
That's awesome. Oh man, yeah. I'm not excited to play Jalen Hurts, but obviously you can. It is Jalen Hurts, and he can have good games, obviously. But ooh, would you play Jared Goff against Minnesota on Thursday?
I think so.
I think I would too.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would. Yeah, I'd probably
I'd
do
play
that.
Goff. Yeah, if it were me.
Yeah, see? He doesn't need to pick up Trevor Lawrence. Or he could just cut Jared Goff. I'll willingly pick him up. I don't care.
Yeah. If I'm Cade, I'm probably not gonna test the waiver wire because I mean, I'd put a bid in on T-Law, but I wouldn't win him. So I'd be planning on probably playing Jared Goff on Thursday. But
Yeah, I mean, I would too.
you know what's
Especially
actually
against Grosmer.
Yeah, oh
But-
god, yeah, exactly. I'm going to go with Lemons in this one. I think he's going to break the curse.
I'm not.
I disagree. I disagree completely.
Oh no, I'm flip-flop from both you guys again this week. Last week that happened, I went 0 for 2 and you guys went 2 for 2.
Sounds like you need to learn something. You know?
Well, I love the Washington matchup against Dallas, and if Lemons is going to double down on it, Genty plays the Giants, James Cook is James Cook, McBride plays the Bengals. Like, that's the best tight end matchup you can get. Like, the matchups for Lemons are just lining up so well.
That's fair. I think for me, it all hinges on if Cade decides to bench Kyron. If he benches Kyron and puts in Higgins in the flex, I'll
Yeah.
feel better about it.
I don't know
Last
if
time
I
I
care
saw
that much.
Derrick Henry in person in Green Bay, he threw a touchdown pass. So you never know what's going to happen in this matchup.
Gotcha.
That is tough. The thing
I
about
mean, we
Cade's
lost
team,
the Titans that game, and that was a terrible game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that one, but
I
that
swear,
was
Jake, if he throws a
Tannehill.
touchdown pass, I'm driving
Oh
to
yeah,
your
if he
house
throws a
and-
touchdown pass, I'll be pissed.
Jeez. Cade's team, I think, has a pretty high floor because he has so many good players. But
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, I don't want to start. I'm probably looking elsewhere. I don't know if I'd be.
I don't
starting
know if Mark Andrews is
No,
the
he's
answer.
he's not elsewhere.
Travis Kelce is Cade looking elsewhere from Mark Andrews, which really sucks
Oh,
for him.
I'd want
but that's
Darren Waller.
just fine.
Yeah.
I'd play Darren Waller. I'd play Dalton Schultz.
Oh yeah, Dalton Schultz for sure.
Gesicki maybe even.
I would honestly play Taysom Hill over his two guys.
Actually fair, especially
Because
if he's going to end up
if
Kamara's
Kamara
back.
doesn't play. Correct. If Kamara
Look
doesn't.
at his points last
Yeah,
week.
17 points. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, Waller is totally fine. Dalton Schultz has been very good. Yeah, I'd play either of those two guys, and if for whatever reason you want to play Taysom Hill because Kamara's out and they're playing Tennessee, so
I
be
think
it.
that's the play. I honestly think
no
Cade
way.
might do that.
Taysom Hill. Oh,
And it'd be just ironic to play
Against
Taysom Hill
Lemons.
against Lemons. Yeah, because he's
he always
notorious
plays
for
Taysom Hill against
playing
me.
him.
That
Yeah,
fucker.
correct.
Do it to
I
him.
hate that, and he always
Do
has
it
good
to him.
games. I don't know. I like the matchups on Lemons' team better. Cade's team is better, but I don't think the stars are aligning as nicely for Cade. Chiefs against Denver, he'll be looking for a different defense. Yeah,
Podium history.
Yeah, this is like picking Tua in a winter game.
Yeah.
So.
Also, if you're Michael, do you have to go get another defense, especially if you're gonna double down on
Cade does.
Is Mariota hurt too, or am I imagining that?
I don't know. If he is, then the
He
double
was.
down
Yeah,
on Washington
he definitely
is gonna be rough.
Someone was playing other than Mariota and Jaden the other day. I don't remember who it was, but
yeah, he's questionable.
Yeah.
Hand injury.
If Mariota doesn't play,
is it Josh? No, there's no way.
Were you gonna say Josh?
Josh Johnson still in the league?
Oh, Josh Johnson. Oh, it was a Jay Johnson. You're totally right. It was. Yeah, because I was talking to a Commanders fan at the wedding I was at.
Where the hell did you find one of those?
Yeah, I know. He was from DC. He's from DC.
Oh, that's at least better.
Yeah. He was talking about Josh Johnson. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're totally right. If Josh Johnson's the starter, you can play Dallas's defense. I'll give you my blessing.
Then you also starting Terry and Debo is going to be rough.
That's a great point.
See, now you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's kind of screwed.
Fuck. You just have to trust the process and
why
Josh
couldn't
ball out. It's
why
Dallas,
couldn't the backup
dude.
tight end for the damn 49ers catch a damn pass and get inbounds? I would have been feeling so much better about my matchup. Damn.
If JJ McCarthy and Brosmer can do it, then so can Josh Johnson.
Fair.
All right. That's it, everybody. That is it. We have no further segments on the show. So I guess before we get out of here, we can wish everybody good luck. Preston, good luck in your championship matchup against Nick. Since Nick is not here, bad luck to Nick, I guess. Third place game, Lemons. I know I picked you, but I do still kind of hope you lose this because it's just so funny. It's just so funny. Oh, man.
He might have just not wanted to be on the pod. That might have been why he let the 49ers give up that many points.
In 2023, he changed his team name at this point to Mr. Fourth Place when he lost this game.
Oh.
Because he had finished, that was his third year in a row finishing fourth place.
Oh, my gosh.
So, let's see.
Oof.
I guess other than that, I just want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. Have a wonderful Christmas to all. Preston, that includes you. Jake, that includes you.
Even DeKalen's out there.
Even to what?
I said even
What?
to all the DeKalen's out there. DK's actual name.
Oh my gosh.
You can hear about that while he's being mad. He called him DeKalen.
Is that
Did
why
you not hear about that?
Is that why?
I heard that's what the fans said, but then I heard that like that DK said he was calling him like that DK said he was calling him like the N-word and like
I
called his
heard
mom
rumors
a
of
cunt
that
and
too.
stuff. Yeah.
I heard there was
Okay,
a
I heard a mix
video.
of that.
No, there was a video that I heard, and there were no slurs on the video. Not that they couldn't have been said outside the video, obviously, but on the video that was released from someone recording in the area, there was none of that. So,
I don't know, man.
allegedly. But DeKalen, that is so funny if he called him that.
DeKalen.
That is hilarious.
Dude, I'm gonna put that in my head as canon, and I'm not gonna take anything else as fact. That is hilarious.
Well, I mean, one of the Steelers reporters, he talked to DK today, and he was like asking him, he's like, "What do you want me to call you? Do you want to be called DK or DK?" He's like, "No, I'm fine being called DeKalen, but everybody pronounces it wrong." So then he was like, "Wait, so what does that mean that I'm supposed to call you DeKalen?" I don't think he said that. Like,
He pronounced it correctly.
Only if you can say it right, bitch.
I don't know. DK was being a little bit weird about it, but yeah, 2-game suspension
Without
Crazy.
pay. They were trying to. Did you hear? They were trying to void his guaranteed money in his contract. Apparently, there's a clause in there that allows the Steelers to do that if they have some sort of disciplinary action like this. So
the
he can
Steelers
lose
are
like
the team
40...
that's done all the research on that. I'll tell you that.
Well, and that's the thing. George Pickens balls out the same week that their star wide receiver that they traded for to replace him has some sort of punches a fucking fan, right?
Yeah.
DK Metcalf can lose like $40 million in guaranteed money if the Steelers choose to go that path. DK is appealing it, but yeah, that's crazy.
I just got a Rappaport tweet saying that the 2-game suspension has been upheld.
Oh.
And that Metcalf is out for the rest of the regular season and sees $45 million in future guarantees voided.
Yeah. Now, the Steelers can choose to do that, right? It's in their rights to void it at this point, but I'm sure there are many teams out there that would not, or potentially would just like.
Maybe now he's going to work for that. Yes, working with that tree company that Kawhi was working with in LA. Make all his money through that.
Yeah.
That's a wild story too.
All right. Well, like I said, have a great Christmas, everybody. Got to use the button while we have it. We'll catch you all next week, pre-New Year's, and we will have a champion crowned. So, see you next week.